I want to give a little backstory on why thrifting and consignment shopping, secondhand shopping is so important to me and how it all started. So I came from a working class family, two sisters, one older, one younger, and my parents were incredibly frugal. They came from the years of the Depression, called the Dirty 30s, where they survived on potatoes and whatever scraps of meat they could get a hold of. And it was thin pickings. They both grew up very, very poor. In fact, my mom wanted to be a teacher, and she was very good in school, and she quit school in grade 9 so that she could get a job to help support her parents, because her parents needed money. They were barely subsisting. So my mom gave up her dream of becoming a school teacher to support her parents. So this is the family I came from. We would never leave lights on in the house. You would never have a faucet dripping. The heat was turned down low at night. You get the picture. So when I started thrifting in probably like grade 10, it was not cool. This is 40 some years ago, 45 years ago. It was not cool at all. In fact, it was very looked down upon. And I didn't really tell many people that I did it because people thought it was dirty and I guess just like bottom of the barrel to thrift. Like it was really looked down upon in the town that I grew up in. But my parents were always really supportive. I would say, "Oh, Mom, look, I got this pair of jeans and it was $2 at the thrift store." And she would applaud me and she loved it. So I had this support from my parents very, very early on and all the way through. And my mom worked at thrift stores her whole life till she died, pretty much. And so in high school, I went to a small high school in a small town on Vancouver Island, and it was all pretty same, as many high school students like to be. They don't like to stand out. Well, I was the exact opposite. I needed to stand out. I wanted to stand out. I wanted to be unique. I wanted to be original. Not necessarily for the attention, because the attention wasn't always positive. I just needed to do that for self-expression. So I would dress up in my thrift clothes. I would remake things at a very tender age, when otherwise we'd be being judged for these kinds of things. And this carried on all the way through my young adulthood, when I moved to the interior of BC, and we didn't have a lot of money. And this was kind of intentional. Like, we were living close to the land, we were pioneer-like. So everything came from the thrift store, everything. Not consignment, but thrift store. And when I had my kids, all their clothes came from the thrift store. And because they were homeschooled till about grade 8, they really could care less. And I don't think they even went through a phase where it was embarrassing. It was just what we did. And now both my kids proudly thrift. They are amazing thrifters. They're probably better than me. And I continue to do that. So that's like the back history. But why I continue to do it, even though I can actually afford to buy new things now, is one, obviously sustainability, and I have a massive closet. I like variety. I know that's not very sustainable. You caught me, but I like a massive closet. And so I need to have things secondhand, because I don't want to pay full price for things, and that would be too much investment in clothes. So everything I buy is thrifted, a little bit of consignment. And I continue to do that because it helps me to continue to express who I am, what I want to be, what I want to say to people. And it has been a really great thing in my life. It's been a consistent thing throughout my entire life, and I believe I'll continue to do that till the day I die. Thrifting, it's in my blood, it's in my cells. And thank you, Mom and Dad.